Domestic violence, more laws, and the evasion of personal responsibility. Every year, after another terrible domestic violence death, we hear the same proposed answer. More laws, more money, more programs, more coordination, and more public awareness. The grief is real. The violence is real. Some interventions absolutely save lives. But the question that matters is usually skipped. How, specifically, would the proposed new law, grant, task force, training program, or awareness campaign have prevented the death being used to justify it? Was the killer already known to the police? Was there already a protective order? Was it enforced? Had there been prior strangulation, stalking, threats, violations, or arrests? Did the victim seek help? Was shelter unavailable? Did law enforcement fail to act? Did a prosecutor decline charges? Would temporary housing, transportation, firearm surrender, prosecution, or relocation assistance have reached the actual point of failure? Those questions matter because sometimes the proposed intervention would have helped. Sometimes better enforcement or specific emergency resources might have saved a life. But sometimes the honest answer is that no additional statute, slogan, or grant-funded program would have stopped a determined murderer unless the state had already incapacitated, disarmed, or physically separated that person from the victim. The answer is uncomfortable. It does not fit a press release, and it is not useful for fundraising. But policy built on emotion rather than causation can waste money while leaving the real danger untouched. The same reflex appears throughout family law. A parent violates a parent time order, so the system appoints another evaluator. A parent alienates a child, so the system adds another therapeutic program. A spouse weaponizes a protective order, so the answer is more training. A party refuses to work, disclose, cooperate, or tell the truth, and the system builds a costly management structure around the refusal instead of confronting it. That is not always compassion. Sometimes it is avoidance with a budget. Law and enforcement matter. Shelters, police response, prosecution, legal advocacy, and emergency resources can matter enormously. But money is not a solution by itself. Money is fuel. Whether it helps depends on the machine it powers. If funding supports a concrete, measurable intervention at a proven danger point, it may save lives. If it merely expands bureaucracy, public relations, fashionable training, or institutional self-preservation, it may create activity without effectiveness. We should ask, what failed? Who failed? What would have changed the outcome? How do we know? Who will be accountable if the new program does not work? And sometimes the right response is not another hurried proposal, but a demand to stop, identify the cause, and enforce what already exists. Government can punish misconduct, deter some people, incapacitate dangerous people, protect some victims, and provide emergency help, but it cannot manufacture character, restraint, honesty, courage, humility, or personal responsibility. Until we admit that, we will keep confusing spending with seriousness, legislation with moral repair, and visible activity with actual protection.